Welcome back to Shire Travels. In this one, we are heading about 3 hours northeast of Melbourne to Frenchmans Creek campground. This is located on Big River Road, and as you can see here, there's a lot of campsites along that road that will suit all different types of setup. After doing a bit of a recce, driving up and down the road, having a look at the different campsites, we ended up landing on Frenchmans Creek camp. We arrived Friday afternoon and were quite surprised to see that most of the campgrounds were empty. We landed on Frenchmans Creek because it had enough room for us to park the caravan and also room for our friend's camper trailer. It had somewhat easy access to get down to the river there, and it also had drop toilets. It's quite a big campground. There's a few different places that you can choose to camp up. There were some other people there when we arrived, and to be honest, we didn't really hear them at all. They were a few hundred meters away. Big River Road is a fairly well-maintained gravel road. It can be quite narrow in some spots, but usually there's enough space to get by. We had the caravan with us, and we didn't have any issues on the road. We got ourselves set up, and then Tom went for a bit of a drive to find some firewood. The other thing to note as well is that this campground is dog-friendly. This is a very small creek that was just behind where the caravan was. And then this is the walk down to Big River. Once we got ourselves set up, we got the fire absolutely roaring. It got down to about -1. This is probably the coldest that we've ever camped in. We also had the diesel heater going all night, and we're always really surprised to find just how little fuel it uses. It's brilliant. A new toy that I got for this trip was a King's Lithium portable power bank. This is a 20 amp hour version, which actually increases our battery capacity by 10%. I bought it because I wanted to be able to plug a little electric blanket into it and also to be able to power my laptop and other things, just when we're trying to save battery on the caravan. The other good thing about it is it has amber lights, which is brilliant. We don't have those on the caravan in the kitchen, so it's really handy to use, and it just provides a really nice color light. The next day we woke up, defrosted ourselves, and it was really cloudy, so we decided to go for a bit of a drive up to Mount Terrible. As far as four-wheel driving goes, this was pretty straightforward. Most of it is a gravel road. There are some bits which are a little bit rocky, but for the most part it was fine. How beautiful is this spot here above the clouds? We made it up the last rocky section before getting up to Mount Terrible, and it was absolutely stunning up there, and in the sun it was lovely and warm. It was really nice to get there quite early in the morning as we were above the clouds still. It didn't take too long for that cloud to burn off. At the top of Mount Terrible, there's a hut and a couple of picnic benches, no toilets or bins or anything like that. If you look very carefully in the distance, you can see snow on the mountain tops. That's how cold it was. After we had lunch, we decided to head back down the mountain and back to camp. We cut up a heap of firewood, which all the little birds loved, coming along and picking up all the grubs that were falling out of the wood. We then set ourselves up with a really nice fire and got it going early because once again it was going to be very cold. If you're wondering how the kids go camping when it's cold, I made a video a couple of weeks ago, top tips for camping with kids, and in that I just went through a few things that we bring for them in terms of layers and waterproof suits, things like that. Having a roaring fire and the diesel heater going definitely helped. Getting a disco light going as well and cranking some tunes so that the kids can have a dance around also helps warm them up. Once they were eventually in bed though, we just sat around the fire and enjoyed the serenity. The next morning we were heading home, so we slowly started packing up. We did one last walk down to the river to have a bit of a look around, and then it was time to pack everything up. We love camping at Frenchmans Creek. There was some great access to the small creeks and the river there. There's also plenty of room. Depending on the type of setup you have, you'll be able to find a spot. We saw people coming in with much bigger caravans than ours, and they managed to find a spot no problem. For the most part, the campground is fairly level, and the ground is compacted dirt, gravel, and so there's not really much chance of getting yourself stuck. If you're in a smaller setup though, maybe a rooftop tent or just a normal tent or swag, there's a few other sites along the river which would probably offer you a little bit more seclusion. We went and had a look at them, but there was just no way of getting our caravan in there. Packing up with the caravan was so easy. Even though we've owned this caravan now for almost a year, I'm still always pleasantly surprised just how quick it is to set up and pack down. This is an area that we'll definitely be coming back to in future. I imagine in summer it could get pretty busy, but for winter camping it was perfect. If you've liked this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.